Nuts, oats, carbs. What food in a day should look like? Just to have an idea of what meals and snacks a day are like. It really depends on what you're doing. So if you are trying to add hyper-nourishment to a non-inflammatory diet, then you can have a plant-based diet that includes nuts and oats. Carbs are everything. Carbs are vegetables, right? So vegetables are carbs, or are you talking about processed carbs like bread? I'm not sure, but unprocessed carbs, so like oats, things like that, those can all be part of a healthy plant-based diet as long as you're including the hyper-nourishment aspect of it, getting your smoothies or eating it in salads, however you want to do that. If you're trying to do rapid recovery, then no, you wouldn't include those things initially, right? But it really depends. I mean, everybody does it differently. So even in my rapid recovery group or program, I don't tell people, okay, here's how you have to do it. You have to have this much smoothies. You have to have this much salads, because everyone does it differently. I've had some folks who literally just live on 2 blenders a day. It works. They do, and plus their water, it works. They get everything back to normal, and then they start adding a little bit of cooked foods and blah, blah, fine. Then there's other folks that they just don't like smoothies. So they do big salads all day long, even for breakfast, and that works really well. There's a lot of people do a combination. They do their blender, they do their salads. Some people like to just snack on like broccoli and guacamole. That'll work just fine. It worked for me. And then other people like to do more fancy dishes where they're making, like an example I always like to give is like fiesta night. You take cabbage and you take cauliflower and you chop it up in your food processor or blender to make cauliflower rice, put that in there. Then you marinate some vegetables, maybe in some Bragg's or balsamic, stuff like that. Put that in there, and then you put on pico de gallo, which is raw salsa, and avocado, guacamole, and you've got taco night, and it's all raw. So some people like to have things that look more like what they're used to, like that, or they're happy with simple. It's really just up to you how you like to do it. And just realize that, while you want to have hypernourishment as a part of your life once you get healthy, I mean, don't ever stop doing the thing that got you healthy, right? To this day, I still drink this every day because this is what keeps me going. This is what keeps me disease-free. I would never stop doing that. But you can add back other things to your diet as well, as long as you keep them plant-based and you avoid inflammatory foods. So that's going to be, that's the basics of it. But if you're just trying to add hypernourishment to a plant-based diet, then you can eat all the other things that you would typically eat in a plant-based diet, as long as it's whole food plant-based, no oils, unprocessed.